right, we're recording, you guys. So first of all, thank you so much for jumping on. This is our first 2020 New Coach GSR. And basically GSR, you'll hear us talk about that a lot. It's just getting started right. So we just want to help you guys really launch your business, know what to focus on at the beginning. We know that a lot of stuff, okay, go, you guys. And you'll get used to this. You'll get used to this. This is just the norm, right? We know there's a lot to focus on at the beginning, and we just want to give you guys some guidance to narrow down your focus, really simplify this. The business is not hard. And I know a lot of times at the beginning, coaches are like, holy moly, this is a lot of new stuff thrown at me. And so we just want to be like, rein it in a little bit. Just focus on this at the beginning, and then you can like learn as you go, okay? So I'm going to share my screen. We have a little presentation thing to kind of, we know some people are visual. So tell me if you guys see this. Can you guys see this? Yeah? Okay, let me see if I can play it. How do you do this? How about view, present? Yes. No, 30 minutes. Okay. So first of all, we want to welcome you guys officially to Team Inspiration. No matter who you signed up with, if you're on this call, you are within our umbrella. So you're a part of our crew. This was our most recent picture at Summit, which is just our yearly annual event that we go to as coaches. And this is just some of us. So it's just so cool to see how this has grown over the past 7 years to just touch so many lives, and the ripple effect of this business is real. So we're super excited for you guys to be a part of it. All right, to start off with, the most important resources that you guys are aware of are a few things. Your Coach Online Office. So you should have gotten an email from Beachbody that lets you know how to log into your Coach Online Office. That is where the training is that you'll start right off the bat. That is where your back office is, where you'll see customer orders. Everything happens for your business in the Coach Online Office. So don't be afraid to like log in back there. You go to coach.teambeachbody.com, log in, and just play around back there. Like just see what's back there, click on all the buttons, navigate a little bit, and you'll really get familiar with it. The team page, obviously, Team Inspiration is our main team page, but depending on who you signed up with, you're probably in their team page as well. So just make sure that you're making it a priority to check into that like once a day. You don't have to spend time reading all the things, but like if your coach posts something, they did it for a reason. So make sure that you're kind of staying on top of that, because we want you to stay up to date with the most important stuff, and we're always going to push it out to the team pages. Coach FAQ is like the Bible of Beachbody. It has everything that you need to know. Most of the times when my coaches are like, Micah, blah, 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 and they ask me something, I'll be like, oh crap, I don't even know. And then I'll go to the Coach FAQ, find the answer, and relay it. And I'm like, why do I do that? Like, I need to stop doing that. You guys can find all of the answers in the Coach FAQ. Hey, that is way too loud. So if in doubt, coachfaq.com, search like the topic, search a question, a bunch of stuff will come up, and that is like where you will learn most in the Coach FAQ, okay? And then obviously YouTube and Google, they like have everything. So just be mindful, YouTube has a lot of good, but it also has a lot of junk. So make sure that you're not like spending time on the negative crap, because that's just a waste. So just be mindful of that, because YouTube is a little, you never know what you're gonna get. As far as calls go, we have company-wide, we have this thing called the National Wake Up Call. And it is like, yep, it's where they ask the top coaches and new coaches that are having success. Sometimes they're super trainers. Sometimes we hear from the CEO. Sometimes they have all sorts of coaches and resources on this call, and they're just sharing best practices. So it's every single week. I can honestly say in my whole 6.5 years of coaching, I've maybe missed like 5 or 6, maybe, in like the whole time. If you cannot get on live, it's okay. They play it on the TBB 411 Facebook page and they stream it live. So you can always catch the replay. But I would just, as a new coach, the most important thing that you can do, and just to make your life so much easier, is just to, when you learn something, implement it, right? Just apply it. And these are just little habits that you can get in. So right now, if you are a new coach or if you've been around for a few weeks and you haven't been getting on the wake up call, put that in your phone. Set a reminder, 8:55 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Reminder, get on the national wake up call, and just have an alarm go off every single week. And if you're like, well, I work, I can't do that, set it for your lunchtime. Listen to the national wake up call replay and set it as a reminder, and make that your normal routine. Anytime that you can just implement new habits, it takes the work out of it, because then it just becomes your routine. And when it's routine, you're going to be consistent with it, and that's when you're going to see the most growth. Team call night, we have one main team call a month, and it's the first Wednesday night of every single month. And the link and the info is posted in our main team inspiration page. If you click on announcements, you'll see like the call schedule graphic. The info is there. So make sure that you're plugging into that. The first 100 people get on live, and then it maxes out the Zoom, and everyone else after that catches the replay. So if you want to be on live, which I highly recommend it because the energy is just way more fun, get on a little bit early and make that a priority. First Wednesday of every month. Also, your coach, your upline might also have a weekly team call or bi-weekly or something. So just make sure that you're aware of when that is happening. I can't express the importance enough about team calls. Okay. Why? When you're building a business online and from your house and on your own, except for like your online friends, it's just so crucial. It's like the oxygen mask every single week. That's kind of what the National Wake Up Calls to. Every single week, getting a little bit of oxygen, getting a little bit of inspiration, motivation, hope, knowledge. Like, it's just so crucial. Like, getting to build the friendships with the people that you're going to meet that are building this with you. Like, it's just so important. And you kind of plant some roots. And if you're going to be in this, and if you really want to be successful and make an impact and make an income and do all the things that hopefully you have goals with this, that is one of the things that I would just make a priority from the get-go. Schedule it like you would an appointment, like you would your kid's dentist appointment. Put it in your calendar, schedule family stuff around it, because life will always happen. It is not convenient to build a just rad life. It's not convenient. You're going to have to make a little bit of sacrifices, shuffle some things around, get your hubby to like put the kids to bed once a month. I promise you he can do that. So just be mindful, like understand the importance of this and make it a priority. Okay. All right. The most important job you have as a new coach is to work on you. And that is the beauty of the business. Our job is to, one, become our best self. And that's a process, right? That is an everyday we show up for ourselves job. And two, by doing that, we're going to get results. That is the thing that I want you guys to really focus on, is committing to a program, getting results, and just sharing it authentically. So before you can help the world, you've got to help yourself first. So don't even stress about the business stuff, learning all the things, knowing all the things. I want you to go all in with your journey. Understand what your program is, go through the getting started guide, go through your nutrition program, make that a priority that you're implementing every single day. And all you have to do is start sharing little snippets of it. And that's how you're going to start to generate interest. And as you get results, people are going to be like, dude, what are you doing? You look awesome. You look happy. You look plug in whatever. And then that's how they're going to want info. Okay. Yeah, totally. He wants it. So number one, get to know the products. We're so much bigger than BOD and Shakeology. A lot of you guys started with Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology. You guys, when I started, we didn't have so many of the products that we have now, and I use like everything because it's so good. So I'm not saying you have to use all the things right at the beginning, but the more you can start to incorporate and the more you can start to use yourself, you're going to build a testimony behind it. You're going to understand the benefits because you're going to be using it personally. And it's so easy to talk about the things that you're using versus the things that you're not familiar with, right? So if for some reason you're not using your Shakeology every single day, which you should, because it's not just the days you work out, it's every single day your nutrients that our bodies need. If for some reason you get backed up on your Shakeology, you have a little bit extra, do not cancel it and leave it canceled. Swap it out. Swap out Shakeology for Performance Light. Swap out Shakeology for a 3-day refresh in collagen. Like, do a little swap, get more in tune with the product line and what we have. And I promise you, the confidence that you have as you start to use more of the products, the easier it is to talk about it. Like I said, the easier it is to share about it, and the more you'll be able to quote unquote sell it when you believe in it. Okay. 2, love the product. Obviously, we want to help you love the products because I couldn't sell jack crap if I didn't believe in it. So if you don't love it, if you're like, well, I've tried Shakeology and it's just really not my jam, I don't really like the texture, play with it. When I tried Shakeology the first time, I got it as a free sample from Fit and Funky. If you guys don't know who she is, I filled out something on her Facebook to get a free sample of Shakeology. I made her my free coach. And she sent me the chocolate packet, and I read the instructions, and I did it with ice and water. And I was like, whoa, this tastes really healthy, and I'm not a fan. So I had that, and it was not a good experience. So obviously I didn't order it because I was like, yeah, no thanks. Well, then it was probably a year later. That's when I was looking for a new workout, and I learned that I could get a challenge pack with Shakeology bundled. I had heard good things about Shakeology, so I kind of wanted to give it another chance. And when I learned that I could get it and save a ton, I'm like, hey, I'll just get it. So at that point, I knew that I didn't like it the first time, but I was kind of committed to liking it because I had done some research and done my homework and learned how good it was for me and how helpful it was for so many people. And so I played with the recipe. I tweaked a little bit. I added the frozen banana and some almond milk and some peanut butter, and peanut butter makes everything better. And I was like, okay, now this is amazing, and I could drink this every day of my life. So don't give up on the products fast if you don't like it, because there's always ways to tweak it. I like the quality of the ingredients. We kind of have to shift our mindset a little bit. I know we want to think we're drinking a milkshake, but we're not. It's not a Wendy's milkshake, you guys. It is superfoods, and it is so many nutrients that if you guys had to eat them, I promise you it would taste a lot worse than Shakeology does plain. And I can drink it plain now, you guys. I can drink it with water and just be totally fine because my taste buds are way healthier now. They're used to it. But at the time when I was used to my ice cream all the time and all my things, I was like, this is not my ice cream shake. So I was a little bit disappointed. So we kind of got to do a little shift because we are fueling our bodies with so much good stuff. So do your homework, educate yourself, because the more that you know about the product line, the more that you'll be like, holy moly, I can't wait to get these in the hands of people because they need them. Number 3, tell people about the products and lifestyle. Simply put, use them, love them, tell them about them. And it's just that easy. When you're using them, when you love them, it's simple and natural to talk about it. Help people change their life with the products. That is what coaches do. We live the lifestyle, we get the results, we find solutions that work for us, and then we're simply hooking people up with a solution that's right for them that will help them reach their goals. So when they're needing certain things, that's why it's so important as you start to have conversations and things, all we're doing, don't overcomplicate this, you guys. You don't need to know all the things. All you need to do is listen for problems.
Mom, did I wear my jammies yesterday?
You did. Listen for problems that they're sharing with you, and then just know enough about what you're using so that you can say, well, I also struggled with that, or I know that you struggle with time, or I know you struggle with having time in the morning for breakfast. That's why I love about Shakeology is it takes the guesswork out. I can make it in literally 1 minute, and then that's one no I don't even have to think about a meal every single day that I know I'm feeling my body right. Or they say, I've got crazy kids. I don't have time to go to the gym. Bam. That is why on demand is so rad for mamas, because it's convenient. You can fit it in the cracks. There's workouts that start at 10 minutes a day, like hello. And so you're just listening for little problems that they're sharing with you. And then we're able to slide in and say, I have a solution that can help you. Let me just chat with you about it. So don't overthink this process, you guys. And then tell those people they can help other people change their life. So that's like the natural progression is people get started because they want to change. They fall in love with the products, they get results. And then the natural progression is for them to want to help others. Because unless they're a really rude, selfish human, most of us enjoy helping others. Most of us want to make a difference. Most of us, you know what I mean? Like that feels so good. And so that's kind of a natural progression and how coaching works and then how building a team works. So if you're sitting here being like, well, I won't ever be able to build a team and I won't be able to recruit and I'm not a leader and I'm not this and I'm not that. You don't have to be. You need to get results and feel amazing. You need to help people get results and feel amazing, and then just help them know that they can help other people. And that's why like our job is rad, because it's all about helping others. So we have these things called the 4 vital behaviors. This is quote unquote our job. Like if you do these things, you will be successful. If you hone in on these essential things, you will be successful. Okay, so don't worry about the fluffy stuff. Just focus on these. Number 1, be proof the products work. Use the products, get results, like I talked about. Number 2, share your journey, connect with human beings, and invite other people to join you on the journey. That's it. Okay, so it's so important that you're sharing the process, because people don't just want to see A and Z, right? They want to see all of the work that you put in between, all of the times you stumble, all of the times you struggle, all of the times you win and you overcome something. They want to see all of that. And that's where they kind of get tied into your journey, and where they connect with you is when you're sharing that. So don't overcomplicate the sharing process. You'll get a little bit more comfortable as you go. At the beginning, people are like, I'm afraid to share. Just share what you're comfortable with at the beginning and then kind of work your way in, okay? Number 3 is personal development, you guys. This is like the life changer. It will legit change your life. Most people don't incorporate this. I know lots of people incorporate like scripture study or Bible and things like that, and those are wonderful. Keep doing those things. But personal development is one, and it's like another level. And it's more of like the overcoming your fears, your limiting beliefs, the things that hold you back in the business, I can promise you, are also holding you back in life. So that is why people will say, this business changed my life. Coaching changed my life. It's not because of the money or the whatever, which yes, those things change your life, but the things that we get to overcome because we're doing our personal development and because we're overcoming these things in order to grow into the people it takes to reach our goals and to help more people, that is a direct parallel in our life. And when we overcome it with this, we overcome it in other areas. And it's just so powerful. So we're going to give you some suggestions on the next book or on the next page, but personal development is such an important part. And it doesn't have to be hours and hours a day. Just like I would say, start with 10 minutes a day. Start with implementing 10 minutes a day, make it a habit. And then if you can implement more in the cracks of your day, I mean, the better, the more, the better, honestly. And then the 4th thing, what we do is get people results. So that is a vital behavior. We don't just sell crap and then be like, good luck. I hope it works for you. Like as coaches, we get to be there to support them, to encourage them, to lock arms with them and be on the journey with them and help them get the results that they want. Okay? So share your journey on social media, start conversations and talk to people, invite them to join your next group. What this looks like is not as scary as you think. Okay? So you guys, I want you guys to think for a minute. And this is also important because as you're implementing something new, like you're like, oh, well, I got to start all these new activities and add all this stuff into my already busy life. I don't have time for new things. I can promise you, you're on social media. You found one of us coaches somewhere, probably on Instagram, maybe on Facebook, maybe we're in your real life, but I promise you're on social media. Are you a social media stalker or are you engaging, right? Lots of people scroll, compare, watch what Sally's doing, watch what Sarah's doing, watch what Beth is doing, but you never say anything. Now, part of our job as, I don't know, like positive influencers, that's really what we are. We get to just be encouragers. We get to leave, I call them drops of awesome. We get to leave positivity everywhere we go. We get to just be uplifting. We get to be encouraging. We get to be supportive. We get to be interested in what people are just putting out there. Social media is to be social, you guys, and it's not something that you just watch and watch and watch. We now get to engage on people. So when we say start conversations and talk to people, that's not about Beachbody. I'm not saying like go spark up all these millions of conversations and lead with Beachbody. I'm saying be a nice human, be a kind human. The things that come up in your brain when you're scrolling through Sally's feed and you see the picture of her daughter in her birthday dress or whatever, and you're like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Keep scrolling. You don't ever say that. Now you're actually just going to say that. Oh my gosh, Sally's so cute. I miss her. Comment. Sweet. You're talking to people. Okay. So now you're just going to start to be proactive. Social media is no longer a waste of time. It is no longer a time for you to check out of mom life and just not do anything with your life. Social media is now your job, and you get to build a business being proactive and being positive and being encouraging on social media. I love it. That's awesome. So just, you got to have a little bit of a mindset switch there, because some coaches at the beginning will struggle with this because they're like, I don't know, I'm on my phone. I don't like to be on my phone when my kids are around. Okay, I get that if you're wasting your life and you're not doing anything productive. But if my kids are running around and I'm building a business that is paying for our life, I would much rather do that than be out of my house doing stuff that I don't love, leaving them at a daycare or whatever, right? So you've got to have some perspective with this. So just spend a little time to mindset shift that a little bit, because social media is now productive and it is your job, okay? You can go hide them and we'll find them later. Okay, so do your workout. This is the simplicity of what we do, you guys. Do your workout, drink your shake, read a book, talk to people. If you can master those things, you literally will build a freaking rad business changing lives, okay? Celebrate every meaningful achievement that contributes to success. Don't get tied to the outcomes of like selling things or whatever. Be a positive influence every day. And if you show up with that intent, the job will be fulfilling, rewarding every single day, whether or not you help someone get tied to a solution or not. And when you love what you do and when you feel fulfilled, you'll continue to show up, okay? 10 minutes of PD will change your life. I already said that. All right, so a couple recommendations. You might want to screenshot this. These are some of our faves. And you can either get the physical book if you like to read, or you can get these books on Audible, which is an app. I love to read, but I can only get through so much throughout the day. I like to read early in the morning to just kind of set the tone for my day, and I like to read at nighttime when I'm winding down to shut my brain off. But other than that, like life is happening, kids are crazy, they're not usually like quiet, so reading is harder for me than just listening on Audible. I can listen to my PD while I'm driving, while I'm doing laundry, while I'm in the shower, while you're doing dishes, like, and this is stuff that you'll weave into your life. So you're not just gonna find extra time to do these things. This is stuff that you think, okay, what am I doing every day? And how can I fit some of this stuff into what I'm already doing? Like I mentioned, laundry, we all know we got hours of that every single week. Driving, carpooling, sitting in the carpool line, waiting for your kids to come out of preschool. Like we always have pockets of time. That's when you're gonna fit this stuff in, okay? So these are the books, just screenshot them. These are all so good, so good. And I want you guys to be intentional with your PD too. So at the beginning, you're like, well, I don't even know what I need. So just start with something. But if you already are coming into this and you're like, I'm afraid of rejection, I'm afraid of talking to people. I am afraid of quitting on myself because I've failed a million other things. Those are the things that you need to think, okay, well, if I'm scared of these things, or if these are my fears, or if these are my reservations, or if this is a limiting belief that I have, I'm going to talk to my coach and I'm going to tell them, and then they can recommend a book that's going to be specific to those things. Because I can promise you, the quicker you can overcome those roadblocks, and the mindset stuff, you guys, are the biggest roadblocks that you'll have to overcome. The faster you can overcome those, the faster you'll be able to grow into the person that it takes to reach all the goals you have. All right. Those are the only things that are going to hold you back in this. It is not your lack of being able to post on social media, being able to talk to people, being able to sell. Those aren't things. You'll learn how to do those as you practice and as you take action. But the mindset stuff, until you can get through those and work your way through the crud, that will hold you back more than anything else. All right. And then here's some podcasts that we love. Just download the podcast app. It's free on your phone. And these are all free podcasts. So I'm not going to go through them all really good. Screenshot this really quickly. Cha-ching, take a picture on your phone. Then we're going to move on. Okay. First goal as a new coach. And then after I'm done with this, I think Jalen's up. Like I said, commit to a program. Okay. Commit to a program 100% start to finish, and commit to sharing a piece of your journey each day. If you can just get into that habit, working out, sharing a couple snippets in your stories, even sharing you talking about how you feel afterwards, talking about what you struggled with that day, sharing a few workout moves, whatever. If you follow some of us on social, you'll see that that's just a part of what we do each day. That's a big part of your job, because if people don't ever know what you're doing, they'll never be able to ask you about it, right? So it's just a super easy way to share that you're committed, that you're consistent, and share different snippets of different programs so that it can spark their interest, and they can be like, what is this program? What are you doing? That looks like something I'd love. I didn't know you could actually get results from at-home programs. So we just need to share it. I would encourage you to commit to one social media post a day. This is an actual post on Facebook and on Instagram if you have accounts there. And it doesn't have to be Beachbody, okay? A few times a week, at least, it should be about your journey. It should be about your PD. It should be about something along the lines of coaching or this journey you're on. But that's only a few times a week, okay? Other times, you're still a human. You're still a mom. You're still a career woman. You're still a sister, whatever, sharing you. Make sure that you're still sharing you, and you're not just like turning into a Beachbody robot, okay? You don't even have to ever mention Beachbody. You're just on this health journey. This is what you're doing. This is why you're doing it. That's super important to share, you guys. People don't want to know what you're doing. They want to know why. They want to know what it means to you. They want to know like the behind the scenes stuff, okay? And then show up in your stories 3 to 5 times a day. Now, if you're not ever posting on stories, you might be like, well, what do I even talk about? What do I even share that's scary? Just start with little things. Like I said, little snippets of your workout, share a couple pictures of your food, share some snippets of your kids, share you talking about whatever. And then you'll find your voice. You'll find what you're comfortable with, and it'll get easier. And stories are so fun, you guys. That's where you can just it doesn't matter. They're unfiltered. They go away in 24 hours. That's where people really get to know you. So have fun with that. Our goal as leaders is to help you guys come out on top right away. So we want you guys to be able to cover your own investment, be able to cover the cost of your challenge pack, cover the cost of your monthly Shakeology and your business fee. And then obviously start making income on top of that. So what does that look like? That means helping 3 to 5 people get started, just like you got started, hopefully with the challenge pack, okay? So don't overcomplicate this. If you started with the bar challenge pack with BOD and Shakeology, the easiest thing for you to do is to start sharing the journey you're on. And when your friends and family start to say, what is that workout you're doing? What are you doing? Why are you looking good? You can be like, oh my gosh, it's this new program I just launched. You should do it with me. Easy peasy. And then you can just get them some info about it, and your coach can help you know how to do that. We have resources already created that make it really easy to share like what a challenge group is and what you get and all that stuff. So just make sure you touch base with your coach. But it's really just talking to people, sharing. You get a year of workouts, all the program library. Like we get to just have access to all of these hundreds of workouts. It's so rad. Your first month of superfoods and it's making me feel this, and you share a little snippet of your story. Just invite them to do it with you. And the easiest way is to get them started the way you started. Okay. And then this will help you hit Success Club, which you'll hear all about Success Club in the new coach training that we'll talk about in a little bit. But in order to hit Success Club, so it's basically helping 3 people with challenge packs, 3 to 5, but 3 people with Success Club 5, or Shakeology HD or Performance Line HD. So that sounds confusing right now, so don't worry about that. Just help people with challenge packs. It's the full solution. And then you also need to be on 90 HD, which as coaches, just like we said, number 1 value behavior is be a product of the product. We need to be using these products to have belief in them, to understand how they're helping us, to understand what they're doing, right? So just always making sure that you're using your products every single day. Make that a part of your routine. And then this is super rad, you guys. And we didn't even, oh yeah, we did. So there's this thing called success starters. And as a new coach, this is what you want to achieve right out of the gate. Okay. So it's helping, they just changed these kind of rules this year, helping 3 people a month for 3 months out of your first 6 months. So within your first 6 months of coaching, you hit Success Club 3 times. And what you'll get when you become a success starter is 2 things. You'll earn your free ticket to Summit, which is what I talked about at the beginning with that big team picture. It's so fun, you guys. You want to be there. This next year, it's in New Orleans in the summer. And we get to work out with all of the super trainers in live workouts. We get trained by top coaches. We get to hear all the new announcements of programs and products that are coming. It's just like the energy there is unreal. It's so good. We get to hang out with the team. It's just so much fun. So you get your free ticket there, which I think is like $300 or something like that. And then this is something new that they implemented this year, which is like, I'm so jealous. It's so cool. Is the new success starters get to earn a spot in the next program launching's test group. So this, you don't understand the value of this right now, but like people would pay a lot of money to get into these test groups. Like top coaches would pay a lot of money to get into these test groups if they could. And what it is when we have a new program launching, you get to go through the entire program in an exclusive Facebook group with the super trainer that created the program. And you get to do the entire thing before it ever launches to coaches or anyone gets their hands on it. So for instance, right now I think we have 2. Oh, well, we probably have more than that, like within the downline, but Samantha and Brittany are both a part of the 10 rounds test group that started on Monday. Coaches can't even touch that program for early access until March. So they're going through this program right now with Joel, getting like this incredible experience. They'll have before and afters to share. They'll have a testimony and things to talk about. And you better believe that when they launch that program, those coaches are going to have a major leg up on the launch. I've been in some test groups, Lift 4, 2B Mindset, Morning Meltdown, Transform 20. Like it's such a huge advantage. So the fact that new coaches now get this opportunity and you get to earn that is major. Okay. Like I hope that you're understanding this part because this is major, major, major. So that's just Success Club within your first 6 months, 3 times. Okay. So that's a huge goal. And don't like freak out and be like, I don't have a network. Da-da-da. Start with your close friends and family. Start with the people that know, love, and trust you right now. Your mom, your sisters, your friends, your cousins, your coworkers, your neighbors, your church friends, like the people who already know who you are. They wouldn't question your whatever when you're like, oh, I'm on this journey. Come do it with me. Oh, I'm going to commit to this program. I'm super nervous. You should do it with me. We can hold each other accountable. That's how you're going to help your first initial people. Okay. And then along the way, we're going to teach you how to be growing your market, dipping into your cold network so that you can never run out of people. You'll always have people to help, but that's a process. That's not going to happen overnight. So start with your warm market. I promise you all have some warm market people who want to be healthier, need your help. and then we'll start helping other people that you don't even know exist right now. And that's what's really rad. Okay, JJ, you're up.
Okay, unmuted. Thank you. I was like, oh crap, I can't unmute myself. Okay, I want to like touch on really quickly where she was talking about starting with your friends and family, you guys. Okay, really quickly, when I started 5 years ago, which blows my mind that's been 5 years, because it flies by, you guys. This journey will fly by, especially if you dive all in and actually change your life. Okay, so when I started, I legit had zero money. And when I say that, like, I called my mom and asked if she would pay my challenge pack, because I was like, I need to do this. I can see that this could change our life, but I have literally no money to even get started. And so I called her and she's like, sure. But I was like, I have to pay her back. And I asked Micah, what do I need to do to like pay back that cost? And she's like, find 3 people to do this with you. So before I even signed up as a coach, I talked to my friends and my cousins and my sister and my mom. And I got, I think 3 or 4, if not more than that, right away. And I paid my mom back the next week, you guys. Like, we get paid weekly. So when she says talk to your people that you know and love and trust and all that, like, seriously, start there. Don't overcomplicate this. Don't overwhelm yourself. P.S. We don't cold message. That will never work. So when we talk about growing your cold market, we aren't talking about messaging people that you don't know, okay? So just trust us when we say just start where you are. And that's what we wanted to simplify here, is start your own journey and talk to the people you know right now. And I promise you know more than 3 people. Okay, you know more than 3 people. So you can hit Success Club this month immediately and really start this like community, which is the funnest part, is like doing this program with people you know already. So part of that, of getting started, is sharing on social media. And this is where Micah touched on, like, people love to see the journey. They do not want to see the afters. How many of you have seen 8,000 transformation pictures in your life? I did. How many times did I say, I can do what they do? I'm going to do it. I didn't. I was like, well, that's nice. Good on them. I could never do that, right? Like, went from overweight to ripped abs. Not my thing. I didn't think I could do what they did because I didn't see the journey. But Micah showed me the journey. And she actually convinced me that working out at home could be fun. And I literally was like, okay, fine. I hate the gym. She makes this look doable, and she looks like she's having fun, and she has killer abs. So clearly something is working. And so her journey and sharing every day is what inspired me to start. Now, Micah also wasn't just a Beachbody billboard. Like we talked about, like, you guys are a person. You have always been a person. You have always had interests and hobbies and different aspects of your life. They don't just disappear the second you become a Beachbody coach. In fact, if you all of a sudden disappear and become a Beachbody billboard, like, you will lose your friends, because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, who is this person? Remember, you're sharing your whole journey. And what's awesome, as you share your whole journey on social media, your life is impacted entirely by what we do as coaches. When you take care of your mindset through personal development, that's working out for your brain. P.S. Get used to it. That's part of your life now. Personal development is what's going to change, seriously, like Micah said, everything. It's what dictates our entire life and the choices and we make and don't make. So working on that, doing our workouts, drinking our shake, feeding our bodies food really impacts every aspect of your life. It gives you more patience. You feel better. You have more energy. You'll become more positive. You'll become like just more radiant. And so when you're sharing other aspects of your life, people will see that change. And it's a journey. And this is something that's never going to end. There is no end date, no end destination, because we are human beings who experience life. You're going to have different challenges and trials and struggles and even joyful things, like Melissa's pregnant right now. That is part of a journey. So Melissa had ripped abs and now she's pregnant. Does that mean she's just done and screw it, I'm out of here? Like, no, she's still living her healthy lifestyle, because this is a part of her life forever. So get that like ingrained, that you are never going to quit this, because your life depends on your health, which means you have a healthy lifestyle for the rest of your life. So just understanding how crucial it is that this is your life, you guys. So having that long-term mindset, but sharing right now. because right now you don't see it, but in a year you're going to look back and be like, holy crap, I have changed so much. I have grown so much. And all of your friends are going to think the same thing. And I get comments all the time like, it's been so inspiring to watch your journey and to see how much you've grown, where before, like, I knew you before. And not that you weren't a great person. It's funny, I'll get back to you. Not that you weren't a great person, but like, I've seen you change, and it's been so inspiring to watch. And that's what inspires people to actually do the same thing. Okay. So don't be scared to share all the aspects of your life, everything that is in your life, being a mom, being a wife, being a businesswoman, being an aunt, being a sister, having hobbies, whatever they are, please still share that, because I promise you that is what people relate to and will want to know as they watch your journey. Okay. So before you post, don't post just to post. Micah said post once a day. That doesn't mean like, oh crap, I'm supposed to post, and you post something that we're like, why did you post that? Like, you know, you don't want to be the person that you're like, okay, why did they share that? Like, what was the point of that post? Okay. Make sure it adds value in some way. Are you helping them feel better? Are you giving them a little tip about something they can implement? My favorite thing is, like Micah said, is to share some of our personal development takeaways. So I did a post today on body love, like how we talk to ourselves. Those are things that impact people right now without them having to join you. And I promise you, when you can impact them now, they're going to want to join you at some point. So ask yourself, what is the purpose of me posting this? Is it to help them feel good? Is it to inspire them? Is it to make them laugh? Is it to connect with them? Like, there should be a purpose to it, and you don't need to overcomplicate it. It can be valuable being very simple. Go look at some of the top coaches, go look at the people on our team and see what they're posting to get the interaction. Okay. Micah, can you change to the next screen for me? Okay. So along those lines, I remember Micah telling me, just start sloppy. Okay. Y'all are going to start and y'all are going to mess up. We have all done it. We look back on our posts and we're like, oh my gosh. It's my favorite time of year right now, because 5 years ago, literally like a few days ago, I signed up. So I have got literally these exact posts that Melissa has right here, like stock photos of 21-day fix. And I had like 3 likes. It's fine. You guys, I didn't just stop because no one interacted. I kept going. And as I went along, I learned and I grew, and I was able to understand how to tweak and fine tune and make progress with my business. But I just started. It didn't matter. I was like excited. Just start sloppy. Don't overthink it. Don't worry about perfection, because that will stop and kill everything in your life. Just start, because look at the power of consistency. She's learning how to post better pictures, and she's learning things that actually tell the story of her journey. Not like, hey, you should come do P90X3 because these people have awesome transformations. She's talking about her own story and her own transformation. And that is what people relate to. Like Micah said too, people relate to the why we're doing it, not the what. And I want you to think about that. The 10 pounds you lost, is it really the 10 pounds that changed your life? Or is it what it did for your life? Is it that it gave you more energy? You had better self-confidence? Whatever it was, it is not the 10 pounds. It's why those 10 pounds mattered. That is what you want to share, not the what, share the why. Okay. So save yourself some growing pains right now. Do not ever post stock photos. Okay. Just like never, ever, ever. Share your own photos. Okay. And start taking pictures all the time. I know you don't want to. I know you hate them. But I promise you, you're going to be like, I am so glad I took that, because you want to have a stockpile of transformation photos. I love to go into my closet. I had a baby like a year and a half ago. I'm still on my postpartum journey. I love to go in my closet and put on clothes that I know will not fit me and snap a picture and go put them back and get dressed in clothes that fit me, because I know that I will then fit them later on down the road and I will have a picture to show. Okay, so don't be scared of documenting everything right now. Okay, so make sure you're sharing your story of why you're doing this, not just the what you're doing, because no one freaking cares about what you're doing. They care about why you're doing it. Next one. Okay, so Micah said Success Club. Okay, there are lots of phrases in here. Remember, we're simplifying. We're talking to the people we know and love and trust right now. We know 3 to 5 people. And the perks of this, you guys, is we want you to see immediately how much you can benefit over the course of a few months just by simply helping 3 to 5 people a month. I have never, ever, ever had to pay for my product. because I made it a goal from the very beginning. Remember, I had zero money. Like, it wasn't even a goal. It was a necessity. We could not pay for my Shakeology every month. I had to come out on top. So Micah was like, help 3 people minimum a month. I was like, done and done. And I have never missed a month because I chose from the very beginning, this is what they said I needed to do to come out on top. This is what they said I needed to do to be successful. And I trusted that Micah knew what she was talking about. And guess what? She did. Okay. I have never paid for my products. So you can choose that today. Right now, I will never miss a month of helping 3 to 5 people. Okay. You guys can do that. I promise. Here's the benefits of that. This is like a base pack. You guys, we have so many different challenge packs. This is like the minimum amount of money you could earn by helping 3 people a month. Okay. So $800. What would you guys do with $800? Now, this is the same thing. $800 is like the 10 pounds you lose. That isn't what matters. It's what that $800 could do for your family. And that's what drove me. Being able to have some money to buy whatever groceries I wanted at the grocery store. $800 in 3 months definitely would have given me the grocery budget to not sit and calculate the groceries in my cart and have to put things away. What would that $800 do for you? Personalize it. Okay. So that is Success Club 5, $800 in 3 months. Now I want you to see the difference in just helping 5 people instead of 3. Micah, next slide. Maybe. What would $1,500 in 3 months do for you? These are real numbers taken from my account over the course of 3 months. Okay. When you help 5 people a month, we get free customers from Beachbody. Well, when you help 3 people a month, you get free customers. You know how Beachbody has infomercials and people go to beachbody.com and they sign up for stuff without going through a coach? Well, Beachbody's awesome. And they give us those customers if you're helping 3 people a month and you're on a 90 HD order like Micah talked about. So you get these free customers. At Success Club 5, we don't earn commission on their first order, but if they order additionally, we do make commission. However, at SC or SC10, which is helping 5 people a month, you actually will make the commission on those Shakeology orders if you have helped 5 people the previous month. Okay, so this is an example. I helped 5 people sign up as coaches, roughly $250 in commission. Okay, $250 once again was life-changing for me. It more than covered my cost, PS, to be a coach. More than covered it just right there in the commissions alone. I came out on top. Fast Start bonus, we get a $100 bonus straight from Beachbody if we help 5 people sign up as a coach. Remember, you signed up as a coach. They can sign up as a coach without having to coach and just take advantage of the discount. My mom is the discount coach and has been for 5 years. She uses Shakeology and Energize and Beach Bars and all the goods. So she signed up as a coach so that she could benefit from the coach discount. Signing up those 5 people as coaches with a challenge pack, I got a $100 bonus. Okay. And then Team Cycle bonuses, you don't need to worry about this right now. That happens as you build your business and that becomes a residual income. And as I do this month after month, that grows. And so you can see in month 2, doing the same amount of work, helping 5 people now is $540 rather than $360. Same thing with month 3, only 5 people helping, and look how much it compounds. So if you can make that differentiation of, okay, I can help 3 people or I can help 5 people, helping 2 more people, you guys, and your income could double in 3 months. Is that worth it? Yes, it's worth it. Okay. Now what? Okay, we're at the end and we want you to we want to summarize this. Bring it back to simple, okay? New coach training that Micah was talking about. You guys, they're like 5 short videos. You can bust them out in like 30 minutes. It's not long and it's very simple and it's going to help you understand how to get your business started. Next, commit to your program, actually commit. Okay. If you want your business to take off fast, you need to show that these products actually work. We live in a society where people want a quick fix. They don't care what they do to their body. They just want to lose weight, which is really sad. And here's the thing. What we do works very quickly if you do it. And we can compete because of that. And the perk we have is this is sustainable long-term forever. So commit to your program, go all in. I personally posted weekly transformation pictures. Every Monday, I posted a new transformation picture when I first started because that kept me on my journey. It kept me accountable. And then it also showed that I was having results very quickly. Okay, so in the first 3 weeks, you guys, I lost like 8 pounds and 15 inches. Like, you can lose weight very quickly and see really big results. And my first month, I ended up helping 10 people because I showed up and committed to my program. Okay, drink your shake because I promise you that makes a difference in everything, especially as you're trying to get off sugar, and you're going to notice how much it actually helps your body function right. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have more energy. Your digestive system is going to thank you, and you're going to like feel amazing. And that also helps you when you're sharing this. Okay. 10 minutes of personal development. This was something I thought was stupid and quack and only for crazy people. And I don't need that. Newsflash. Everybody needs it. It doesn't matter where you are. You can grow your brain. Remember, this is working out for your brain. And the only thing that will hold you back in this business is your mindset. So you have to do personal development. And I promise you, if you're kicking against that right now, you need it even more. Okay? Just trust us and just start doing it. Post once a day on social media. Do not just be a beach body billboard. Share your life, share your journey. Talk about the benefits. Talk about why you're doing this. And then talk to people. Talk to those you know and love and trust. Right now, today, I'm going to challenge you to go talk to those people and say, hey, do you want to do this with me? That's all I said is like, dude, I am so excited for this. Like, this is what it focuses on. This is what you get. Would you like to do this with me? Because it'd be way more fun to do it together and help each other and rally together. That's all I did. And I called them personally and I texted them personally. I didn't message them on Facebook. I didn't wait for them to come to me. I reached out to them and said, hey, I'm going to do this. Do you want to do it with me? Okay. And then you also need to back that up on social media and just start sharing your journey. Okay. And invite them to join you on social media, to reach out to you, let them know if they can come to you at any time. And then don't get overwhelmed. Remember, start sloppy. Start today with your journey. It all starts with you, and don't overcomplicate it. Like she said, do your workout, drink your shake, read a book, and talk to people. That is it. That is the basis and the foundation of the business, and which will literally set the stage for changing your entire life. It is that simple.
Okay, I like struggle trying to unmute and mute and all that stuff.
Wait, we got to answer Samantha's questions. Did you see that?
I see questions coming in. So, well, I didn't see them, but I saw the chat like beeping at me. So I'm going to look at these really quick. Well, yes.
Do you know how many Prego ladies have done this, you guys? Like, I could go off on this.
So
Micah,
many.
you've had how many kids?
Two
kids
kids while coaching.
Okay, I have had a miscarriage and a pregnancy. Okay, Melissa, you have had how many babies doing this? 2. Ashley has had one since doing this. You guys, that is like, you have a whole niche market that is only to you, because so many people think they can't work out and eat right when they're pregnant, which is so weird. You have an advantage. Melissa, do you want to talk about it? Because you're pregnant right now and still killing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, more than ever, when you are expecting, you need to focus on your health. And not only is it going to help you while you're carrying your baby and while you're pregnant, but it's going to help you have the tools and the habits that are going to help you postpartum. That's the hardest part. And that's where people fall off the wagon, because when you're postpartum, you're stressed, you're tired, you're not sleeping, there are a lot of things that can stand in the way of your health. But when you have habits of reading personal development, getting in your exercise, you're not going to exercise for 6 weeks or so after you have your baby, but you're going to have the nutrition tools. You're going to be able to know what to eat, how to stay healthy, how to produce the milk that you need to produce for your baby. Like, Shakeology changed my milk supply. And I'm not saying it's going to happen for everyone, but I can tell you it's going to make a difference. What we put into our bodies goes right to our babies, no matter if you're carrying them or if you're feeding them. So just know that if you're like, well, I'm not going to be skinny, that doesn't matter. People don't care if you're skinny. They want to be happy. They want to feel joy. I don't ever have anyone who comes to me, hardly, that says, you are so skinny, I want to do this with you because you're skinny. They always say, you just look so happy and I really want to be happy. Okay, the habits that we create happiness, and that's what people really are looking for.
Love it. Okay, did I miss some questions? Because I think those are all of them, right? Those are all of them. Really quickly, you guys, before you get off, like I was saying, you're starting something new, you're weaving it into your life. I need you guys to really, really, really define your like Beachbody work time. Okay. And this is something that's going to be a little bit new for like, especially if you're a mom and you've never really worked outside the home and you're like, well, I don't work, I'm a mom. This is work. Okay. And you need to be okay and not give any of yourself time to have stupid mom guilt or any of that stuff. You are doing this to better your life and to better your children's life. And you absolutely need to define some time to make this a priority. Because if you're just like, oh, I'm just going to do it when like my baby naps or like when it's convenient, when I have some time, you won't ever have time. Okay. You won't ever have extra time to do this. You will make the time if it's a priority to you. So I started waking up earlier. I started waking up at 5:30. And that golden time at the beginning of my day, you guys, before my kids wake up, when I can think straight and I can bust out some super essential work quickly, is way more productive than when I'm trying to like fit it in throughout the day and do all the things. Okay. So if you need to sacrifice a little bit of morning time or even a little bit of nighttime when your spouse can be home and be like, hey babe, I need you to like be a rad dad for an hour and go play with our child. I'm going to go lock myself in the bedroom and I'm going to do my work. Your spouse will respect your decision to actually be consistent with this. Okay. And if they don't, you need to have a conversation and communicate. There's a lot of, at the beginning, there's a lot of communication that needs to happen. It's new for your spouse to have you doing something extra other than momming and wifing and maybe careering. It's new. So just go with the flow, be super awesome in communicating your goals and your desires and why you're doing this. And the joy that you're finding as you're taking care of yourself and as you're having these conversations with people that are expressing like, you've inspired me today with your post. Oh my gosh, that was really helped me. Those are the little things that you're like, okay, this is cool. I want to do more of this. This is what it's all about. I want to make a difference. Those are things that you need to start sharing with your spouse, because then they're like, okay, I understand where she's coming from. She's not just diddle-daddling on her phone. And you guys, I will be the first to back your spouse up when he's giving you crap for not doing anything but being on your phone all the time if you're actually not doing something. Do not be on your phone if you're not actually working and being productive. We are going to learn massive discipline skills, you guys. You're going to learn how to be focused. You're going to learn how to be intentional. You're going to learn how to actually be present in your life, because when you're working, you are taking away time from your kids. You are taking away time from your spouse. But the reason you're doing it is because, hopefully, it's because you're clear on why. Because you're bettering their life and yours. Because you have a reason to make a difference in your financial situation. And this is going to be the way out. This is going to be the way that you do whatever. And you guys need to get clear on those things, okay? Because that's super important. When I first started, I didn't have big goals or dreams, but I wanted to cover my shake because I knew it made me feel good, and I didn't want my husband to take the hit. We were in vet school. We were super poor. We did not have extra money. And I was like, okay, I got to at least help some people so that I don't ever have to rely on him to pay for this. And then as soon as I was doing that, I was like, okay, how can I alleviate some of the financial stress that we're going through? How can I pay for healthier groceries? How can I pay for our car payment? And every single time I hit one little benchmark, I had my next benchmark. Not in Beachbody world. Yes, I knew what benchmarks I wanted to hit with Beachbody, but I knew that those benchmarks with Beachbody meant something for my family. And it was always very real. And so when I was working, it was for a reason. It was for a purpose. It was for something that was bettering our life. So you guys need to get clear on that personally, because that's when it becomes so much easier to just create consistency and to make it a priority, instead of just like, oh, well, I'll see what it does and I'll see what I do with this. And if I have time, I'll do it. No, you won't. So I need you to define when you're going to make this a priority, when you're going to go through the training, when you're going to start implementing your power hour each day, and it's going to take some sacrifice. You're going to have to maybe cut out some of your Netflix shows, maybe cut out some of your extra sleep, maybe cut out some of your vlog watching. We all have things that we do mindlessly. And I want to challenge you to just get really real with yourself and say, where can I cut back? Where can I cut back?
The dinosaur.
That's awesome.
Dinosaur.
Where can I cut back on some things that really aren't serving me right now, really aren't moving us closer to our goals, really aren't helping me grow into my full potential, really aren't helping me feel fulfilled, really aren't helping alleviate this financial stress that I absolutely hate, right? When we can learn how to just be purposeful and intentional with our time, you have so much extra time to build this business, I promise. If you haven't read Essentialism, you probably haven't because you're new. You probably haven't done any PD. It's totally fine. Go get the book Essentialism by Greg McGowan. Changed my life. Changed my life. I didn't even know it. I read it super early on as a coach. And then years later, there, Ashley just showed it. Years later, I went back and I read it again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is why I operate my business and my life the way that I do. I guess I needed it because I literally took everything and just put it in play. And it completely changed how I showed up in life, how I made choices each day, where I put my time and my energy. I learned how to say no to stuff that wasn't really important to our life and our family goals and serving a purpose. And I learned to say yes to all of the things that were taking us one step closer to where we wanted to be as a family. And when you can learn how to do that, I promise you'll clear out a lot of space to do everything that you want in life. So, yes, best book ever. It's so good. All right. I know we need to put that on the list. Well, now it's on the list. Okay. We're going to wrap it up. It's been an hour. I guess we had way more to tell you than the 30 minutes. So now we'll know for our next one, but it's fine. So thanks for hanging out with us for an hour. We'll make sure that we post a recording. If you guys have coaches that sign up within the month, we'll share the recording and you just pass this along to them and then they'll be able to get started right along with you. So don't ever feel like you don't have the tools and resources to help your coaches be successful. We literally have the coach training in the back office already there for everyone. Then we have the tools and resources that we've created as leaders that you guys get, and they plug into everything. So you are ready and equipped and able to empower and help mentor your team right off the bat. So you don't need to like wait till you reach a certain point or know all the things. You have everything and we'll walk you right through it. Okay. So super excited to see all of you guys just crushing it. See your names on the leaderboards, on the shout outs. See you guys get recognized for hitting your first ranks and all those things. And in a couple weeks, in 2 weeks, we will be having an Emerald in 24 hours call for those of you that are like, let's go, let's do the dang thing. I'm ready to hit my first rank. We'll have a special call for you guys in 2 weeks. So just keep your eye out for that. All right. Okay. Welcome to the team. We're so excited for you guys. Let's make it a good day. See ya.